Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here, and we have a brand new way of displaying these listings in the videos. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little out of touch with it, but it's the MLS system's been upgraded. The old system's still around, but we have an option of using this new one. So you can see the differences with your daily links as you're going to start to see map links now, which I think are much more helpful. They're not always 100% accurate, unfortunately, but you find that anywhere else on mls.ca. I think it's still better than nothing though, and you can see the properties for the day, of which there's 11. And so the first one that starts us off is 934 Gaydos Lean, and it's 379. It's a semi-detached. It's not especially big. It's maybe 1,300 square feet. It's called a Philgrove. Front dining room, and then you come down the hall. So the dining room is just over here. They've got some crown moldings here, some hardwood floors. There's your family room, and then it's a little less open concept in the kitchen. It's a little more of a galley style. Not a lot of cupboard space, which we do find people give some complaints about. And it says there's only one full bathroom upstairs. I thought there was two from my recollection of this model, but I could be wrong there. And 379 is pretty much entry point for the semi-detached market right now. Chapman Cresson, this is normally about a 17 to 1900 square foot semi. It's got a bit of a pie-shaped lot. There's no photos yet on it. 429, I look at it and I say, I have seen them sell for this, and especially these ones oftentimes are pretty nice. They've got the 9-foot ceilings and so on. But I also think that there's argument for it being less too. So it's really hard to say where this one would go. It's probably in a relatively fair range. If it's really nice, they might have a chance. This one on Freeman, we're making a big price jump here. Not a lot of entry point stuff, but we've seen a lot of the entry point stuff swallowed up. I checked the list today. There was about 8 or 9 under 400,000 that have been swallowed up. So Freeman Trail is 642.9. It's a sundial home, and it backs onto forest, which is good. They changed the front picture on this one. This one is the one that has the quote-unquote pink doors, and they look a little less pink here. The mint green, I don't know if that's really working for them. Still the stretch pictures, which we had before. It's obviously a nice dramatic effect in the ceiling. And then you can see that there's blurry, there's stretch. It's like kind of a mishmash of photos. But I do like some things about this home. I think that it's very unique and different to find those ceiling effects, and obviously backing onto forest is a good thing. And so the next one up is 317 Prosser Circle, and so this one is an Emery model. They call it the Every model, like the Everyman, but it's 1370 square feet. Nice popular floor plan for a first-time buyer, and we don't know much about it in terms of hardwood floors or upgrades or anything. So if we assume it's a vacant version, we have seen them go in the 370s. Hamilton, I think, is a strong contender for the pick of the day. It's a semi-detached 1,500 square foot home. It's called a Lynbrook. It looks like it potentially has 2 car parking in the driveway. And so inside you've got a separate front room, which could be used for a lot of things, but it's more intended as a dining room, which they've done here. There's your kitchen open concept with the family room, relatively so. The new version of this model, the Brent Grove, is much more open, but there's the family room. You've got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and what I like about this model is that all of the bedrooms are a nice size. You could have teenagers in these rooms, and they wouldn't necessarily feel too congested, and they're balanced. It's not like there's one small one medium, and one large. The master's a good size, and you have 2 very similar, respectable size rooms in the front. So overall, I think this one's priced really well. We have seen this model with a finished basement sell way up into the 410, 415. Recently, a 419. So 30,000 less than that with no finished basement to me is a real win. So Chapman Cresson, 439. It's a 2,100 square foot townhouse, and where it is it's actually right on the bend on Chapman. So this is Dairy Road right here. So you've got a 4-lane road with a lot of cars passing by. For me, it would definitely not be my first choice, and especially at 440, you look at what else you can get. You don't have to be limited to a townhouse. We'll even find semi-detached homes. There's one over on Scott right now. I'm not sure if it's still for sale, but almost 2,000 square foot semi. And I know Scott's a bit busier too, but I'm just saying that you don't have to live beside Dairy if you don't want to. Beautiful home inside. 9-foot ceilings. You've got a really open concept floor plan on the main level, and the photos look good, and I think there's a lot of benefit to the inside of the home. I just wish you could drag it somewhere else. So that's definitely going to be an interesting one. It can be very hard to sell homes beside busy streets. This one on Hawthorne is on the good part of Hawthorne, not backing onto anything like on Bronte. It's about 2,200 square feet. Beautiful front appearance. The landscaping has all been done, and so inside, new carpets, new tiles on the main floor, and more of an original kitchen. Still kind of tasteful, and with a little bit more light. This one would really kind of come out, but it's a great home. 4 bedrooms upstairs. You've got an ensuite. That's your family room. Nice cozy gas fireplace, and then a wood burning fireplace. And then you've got a lot of space in the backyard. It's about a 50 by 100 foot lot, and it's really the perfect family move up home. And there's a nice canopy that's here in the summer. So really nice looking home. They just dropped the price by about $18,000, so it's looking pretty good right now. 49 Bronte is at $529. It's a semi-detached. One of the things that was missing when this one was for sale a couple of years ago is the display of the lot. It's 150 feet deep. So even if you look at this and say, okay, what's a 2,100 square foot semi in the new part doing? Probably mid-4s, but they do not have a lot like this one here. High ceilings on this one. Not as open concept a kitchen as you find in some other semis. But a nice looking ensuite. Looks like a huge master shower, and then you've got California shutters and so on. So there is a finished basement here too. So again, none of the ones that we're talking about in the mid-4s had a finished basement. So you add that plus the lot, and there's certainly an argument to be over 5. There's no doubt about it. The one thing that so you're going to find out about it eventually if you do go check this home out. You're going to see that right across the road is you've got the tattoo shop and the sex shop. So depending how you feel about that, that could be a great thing, or it could be something that you just want to stay away from. And so 1162 Woodward is $635. And so it's backing onto a woodlot, which is nice. You've got a formal living dining room here, and then you've got your kitchen opening up to your family room. It's a little bit of a tight kitchen. I could see that there's going to be people that go to this home and say, well, it's a little tight. They might want to modernize or upgrade it because it's just like we talked about yesterday, close to 10 years old, but it's amazing how the styles have changed since then. So there you go. I would have thought they would have put maybe a little bit more emphasis on the backyard here, because I think that's really their unique thing. But definitely will. I mean, you can. I think there's a virtual tour or something you can check out. Last one is 2,800 square feet, 2,850. It's a Heathwood home, which are known for having pretty awesome homes. Standard upgrades, granite, hardwood, and they have these fantastic 8-foot doors here that are just, I think they're so impressive when you walk up to them. So they do command a premium. There's no doubt about it. What you can buy this home for, if it had Mattamy on the label, is probably closer to the mid to lower 6s. Now they've got almost like a little stone island here, which I think is, and I don't know if it contrasts a little bit with the counters. Sometimes the pictures don't tell the whole story, but it definitely looks like it's been designed well. Most of these homes are built, I think, quite well. Glass shower, and you've got a pretty good sized lot. It's almost 100 feet deep and a 78 in the front, and it comes in a bit on the back. But what you can see on the last picture is that you've actually got a bit of a side yard here too. So I wonder if there's a function and a use that you could have. I mean, obviously it's a great area for kids, but I think there's a lot of things about this home that it's probably a pretty fair price for it. And the last one is this one on MacDougal. It's a Vanderwood. It's like 3053 square feet. And it's the biggest home that Mattamy put on a 46 by 80 foot lot. So the yard isn't tremendously big. That's a lot of home to be putting on that size of property. It's amazing because 46 now is like even bigger than you can find. And we talked about that, is that a lot of the older stuff, the stuff on the east side of town, they do have wider lots. They have different front appearances than the new areas. The new areas do feel more congested. They may have deeper lots, but there's more homes on the street. So it's there's the kitchen there. They've put some upgrading in. Not sure how those stark white cabinets look. They either look really good or they look a little not so good when it's that hard white color. So there's a front parlor that could be used as a home office in addition to the living, dining, and then kitchen and family room in the back. And what they have here is a bonus, which a lot of them don't, is a finished basement. You've got some upgraded larger windows, and there's a bit of a kitchenette downstairs. I still don't know if the finished basement is going to push this one up into the 739 range. I think they're going to have a tough time with this. Although there are some people that need that finished basement with the in-law suite, in which case it may draw their attention. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, let us know. We're doing another buyer class at the end of the month, so if you want to sign up, you can go just over there. And I hope you like the new links and the new format. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.